basic set. That length he's doing right now, a solid color, less than an hour. That's how you can compete. If it take you longer to do than that, you're doing something wrong. Okay, so you stay in school, you focus, you do what your teacher, what your instructor tell you to do, and work on your speed. And you cannot achieve to it without a good product. So that's why I bring the two guys products to you guys.
Hello, Nick. Hello.
To experience it, okay?
Hello everyone.
So he's doing what he's doing right now. You've been taught in school, right? If you have any question, ask. Because what you taught in school is more like the book. But we here give you more like a out there experiences and things. So ask if you have any question. He's here to answer you, okay? And his name is Nick. Cái Instagram của Nick là gì?
Nail by Nick LA.
Nails by Nick LA.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
So for your gel polishes, do you obviously recommend us to use the same True Guys base and top?
I do recommend because when we make our product, we make sure that everything works seamlessly together, right? But you can work with others. If you still have other products, you can keep using them. And later on, when you finish whatever you're using right now, you can switch to ours. Because I believe that is really good for you because Two Guys product will get like top quality, but very affordable pricing. It's not going to cost you an arm and leg, especially for beginners. That's very important.
Ở đây có câu hỏi.
Why are the tips applied like this?
Why he place the tip like this, right? It's a very good question. So you place the tips on, so based on perspective, that's very important, perspective. So how the customer gonna look at their nails? Or how they're gonna show it to people, right?
Right.
So that's how you wanna look at it. Because if you just like hold it like this and you do it, it's me seeing it, not them seeing it, not the customer looking at it.
So the customer always see this
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
And that is a perspective, right? And another thing, when you place the tips on, you want them to like parallel to each other. That's how you place them together, like this. When you glue the tips on, you want them to parallel to each other, and that's the best view for you.
We were told that we don't necessarily have to blend the tips. Do you recommend blending it?
Blending? Like,
Yeah, like with the sanding band to the natural nail.
you don't have to. So what you learn in school is basic, fundamental. So you don't have to. But to make it to like a perfection. Why we do it? Because when we glue the tips on, it's always have that bumps, right? Between the tips and your real nails, especially on the side. So when you apply the acrylic powder on, and then you have to shape it, you have to make it thinner. Have you seen, any of you still like in the acrylic application? Yes. So when you file it and you drill it later, you see like two dots on the side. You see it? You know what I'm talking about, right? That because the tip is sticking out. So that's where the thicker the tip or the more it's sticking up, that is where it's the powder is the thinnest. You don't have to do it if you do with natural or clear acrylic application, and then you color it with lacquer or with gel polish, because it doesn't matter. But the trend now is people doing a powdered acrylic. So that is where it shows its weakness. We'll see it. And if you do like a little longer, where you place the tip, where the connection between the tips and your real nails, that's a little hump right there, right? So that's where the acrylic thickness is the thinnest status, right? The thinnest right there. So it's weak. That's the weak point. When you bump on anything, it's gonna break right there.
Naturalizer.
Don't have to stand
I use naturalizer from Two Guys.
On the side,
Trên áp đó.
like all the plastic.
that's what we just talked about. You sand it down as thin as you can, because you don't want any bumps.
No, even like the extension, like everything, like all the.
What
This
if you
the
give a
monomer
closer
neutralizer.
look, You don't have to do it in the middle. What he likes to do, he likes to do on the side.
You want to try?
Monomer neutralizer.
See?
Feel the smell.
It smells really good. Try it. Yeah.
Oh, they will pass
That's
around.
good. Work with this.
Yeah, we'll make sure everybody.
Yeah, for sure you need it.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah.
Some thickness,
And
right?
you want to try
Yeah,
it?
we need it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
We
will
need it.
explain how
Yeah.
that works in just a little bit, okay? So you want to send it down a tip on the side thinner, so later when you shape, you shape it on the side, it will not show the tip.
Rồi từ xong.
You only see the powder.
Can I get it? Thành Wait.
That doesn't matter.
Monomer neutralizer.
Cái chai mới rồi. Cái chai.
I love that.
Cái chai
Yeah. Smells like roses.
Cái liquid mới mới đây mà.
Cherry one. I have a cherry one.
mình khoảng tuần sau mình sẽ có hàng ở đây nha.
So this is our two guys monomer neutralizers. See it right? We're gonna have this in stock next week. Ask for it because that's gonna save your nail tech life.
Sao mình show cho mọi
We have some monomer neutralizer
Hey,
from other
guys,
brands
Nick's
on the
gonna
market
use,
right now, but what they do is they
monomer,
make it's more like a
monomer
films,
from
like
two guys.
like like a films. They make it stronger than the smell of the acrylic monomer, and that's mask.
Now you
Mask,
primer
the
from
smell
two
of the
guys too.
monomer. And then because you cannot smell it, you smell the films.
Yeah, we
That
need
way you
it.
inhale it more. Make sense? If you smell the monomer, it's stinky. You hold your breath. You try not to inhale it, right?
Right.
But if you mask it with some smell that you're comfortable with, you inhale it more. It's not healthy, especially you inhale it for 8 hours a day for 20 years. Just imagine that.
People.
And if you drop this in, what it does is bond to the liquid monomer molecules, and it make it very difficult to
So what color
evaporate.
you gonna use today, Nick?
I use A50. Yeah.
So show people to see what number is it.
Now I do ombre with 3 color. One color is A50, a second color is A67, and last color is A65.
So back to this one. So you drop 4 drops of this, and for each application, for just enough monomer for each application, and that lock the monomer from evaporating. That means that you don't inhale it. So right now you can smell pretty pleasant smell, right? But when you drop in the monomer, the smell's gone. So you tried that earlier, right?
So
You
the
cannot
first
smell
color
it.
Nick gonna
And
use
that's healthier for you,
number
healthier for your
A65.
clients too. I would say one of the biggest reason why people don't get acrylic nails done because they don't like the smell of the monomer. So this gonna solve the problem, like the smell of the monomer.
It'll mask it.
Hmm?
It'll mask.
This will not mask it. Like I said earlier, it will not mask it. It limit the evaporation, so you don't really inhale it.
So we'll release.
It will not get the thing in the air. So that's how you don't smell it. There are 2 ways to do it. One, you mask it with some stronger fumes, which we don't do. What we do
Mình thấy
is
bột
we
dẻo
stop the
không mọi người
evaporation.
ơi. Bột rất là dẻo nha.
You see how buttery smooth the powder is? Most of the time when you come to neon color, it's marbling, it's not even, it runs like water. And some, when they cured, the color is not that vibrant anymore. It toned down, it's darker. Ours stay the same. So this is when it's cured.
And how much do one of your containers cost?
Which one?
See the pigment really nice.
This one?
Yeah.
I believe it's I believe it's 13. It's 2 ounces. It's 13.
Today, the last day
You buy today.
5,
It's
get 1
show
free.
deal. You buy 5, you get 1 free. Bring it down. I would say like about $10. The same thing with our gel polish and lacquer. You buy 5, you get 1 free. And the gel polish we show you in a little bit. It's the best one you can get. The best quality, the best brushes too. And it's only $9 a bottle, and if you buy 5, you get 1 free, bring it down to
See,
$7.50.
second color.
You cannot blend the ombre like this if the powder is grainy, it's runny, and it's not smooth. All of the 2 guys acrylic powder, you can do ombre with all the 2 guys acrylic powder. And it will not turn marble even when you file it, so you don't have to encapsulate it when you do the solid color. Of course, with the ombre, we want to encapsulate with the clear later so we can protect the blending area, right? Who's in this part yet in school? So most of you. So for some beginner, this look advanced, right? But this is something you have to be ready when you graduate.
Real smooth, right?
It's real smooth.
Nào. Ooh, so sorry.
And he is using the 2 guys brush, Kolinsky brush. It's 100% the high graded Kolinsky. It's size 14, and our brushes we have size available from 10 to 18, from 2 color, pink and gold. Or
Nói xong rồi
How much is the brush?
nói đi, xong rồi.
Ok mọi người ơi, những cái màu neon này nè, mình rất khó kiếm được cái màu nào mà khi mà mình đắp xong nó vẫn còn tươi sáng như vậy ha. Thì trên thị trường này những cái màu neon thường một là nó marble, 2 là sau khi mình đắp xong nó sẽ tối cái màu lại. Nên bột của Two Guys thì mình giải quyết được những cái vấn đề đó.
So if you notice, it's a little hot in here, right? It's a little hot in here, and what happened when it's hot?
It accepts fast.
Did it happen here? No.
How about when it's cold?
Same thing. So our liquid monomer is all year round. It's very stable for you to work from extreme
How much
weather.
is the brush?
The brush, whatever you see on our website is 2guysnow.com, whatever on it, I believe it's about 10 to 20% cheaper on here. So I would recommend you guys come here to Vietnam Supplies to get our products because you always get better deal. And you don't have to pay shipping.
You sell your brushes here too, you said?
We do. You can ask the nice lady that's very right there in the white, very linen dress. Last year we did a demo show like this in California. It's a little early of the years, and they had the door open back and front. The wind was blowing like this. I believe like 50 degrees outside. We was wearing really thick,
Jacket.
but no problem with this. That's what I said, but again, you guys are gonna try it out to see what I just said is true, and I'm confident. Again, if you have any question, go ahead and ask me. I'm here. I'll be gone in 5 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
So you said the liquid for the monomer is not available here yet.
It's available here, but in an older style. But by next week, not even next week, like end of this week, we're gonna have like a new bottle here.
And
It's
how about the
beautiful.
one that you put inside the monomer?
Next week. Next
So
week.
we have to go to your site. Or here.
Here. We're gonna have here next
They have
week.
the nail tips here too.
Now tips, we have it available here, all kind of tips. So for the tips, we have the one-step coffin tips. So if you want to do like short to medium length coffin, so this is the one. And the one he's using right now is the trendy one, is the square tips. It's non-C curved square tips. So you can ask them here, they have everything available. So on this one, marble, it's marble. Again, guys, when you see that pinky, it's already cured now, right? And you see the color is still very, very bright. maybe you have like what's this guy talking about, because there are something that you don't have the expectation yet because you don't have that much of experience yet. But remember what I said today and set like a standard when you get the nail products, because you must have a standard for nail products when you shop. That's very important. You don't go to God know what clearance section, because when they cannot sell it, that means there's something with the quality. One thing I'm very confident is the quality of the products, but I'm very excited to tell you because it's very affordable pricing. Because this for 2 ounces charge is only $13, and for our gel polish, it's the best gel polish you can find. It's here for you to test out. I bet you try all of gel polish out there, right? But compare with ours gel polish, and you make the comparison for yourself.
So we have the sample here, guys.
Yep, just
Yeah. You can try it.
Oh, it's very pigmented.
Yeah. And you can try the brush.
just polish on your real nails, and you'll see how easy it is to reach the cuticle.
Whoa, the first one.
And with other brands, when they come to this quality, they're gonna charge you an arm and legs for a gel bottle. Ours only $9. And today, until 6 o'clock, you get it. By 5, you get one free. Bring it down to $7.50.
Hello, chị. Hello.
If you don't feel like buy 6 of them, how about you friends, you want like get 3 and you buy them together and then you switch. Yes.
Hello,
Did you
Đức.
mix and match the acrylic and the gel to do 5 and still get one free?
No, because they're different products and different pricing. When I said just buy 5, get 1 free, it's the
Hello, Đức.
same
Hello, chị.
product.
Hello.
And these are right here. This is all acrylic. What are these?
Those are some of our acrylic. So this is more like a spring pastel collection. This is a summer neon collection. So on those tips, we only apply the acrylic on and we polish that with the matte polish.
You didn't bust it?
No, I didn't buff, I didn't shape or anything. And again, remember when you work on our acrylic powder, if you do like a solid color, you do not have to encapsulate it with clear.
Do you guys sell the liners here?
Liner
We
brush
do.
or-
This set, we do. We do.
You don't encapsulate. You don't encapsulate that.
We do encapsulate when you do encapsulate now with glitter or whatever inside and ombre application, because you need to protect the blending area. The reason why I brought that up because our powder, it will not turn marble when you file it later. So that's why when I said, that's what I mentioned when you do like a solid color application, you do not have to apply the clear powder on top. That's a lot of time,
Ba
yes.
màu này em đi ông quay nó.
Yeah.
So now Nick gonna use the three color, the number 60, 61, and 62 to do the three color ombre.
So you see these 3 colors, they are very, very close to each other, right? And if your acrylic powder do not have good pigments, they will look the same. But when you see that yellow, it's really solid yellow. And then you blend them together, you'll see the 3 completely different color in 3 sections. And that's how we want to show that off.
This one's very pigmented too. Right? Look how big.
And you look at the brush. There is a sample brush here.
So this is the regular brush.
Yeah.
From other brands,
Other brands.
and that is our brush. It's made of BPT fiber. It's very, very fine, and you look at the tip of it. We make it thinner. It's rounded, yes, but we make it thinner on the tip too. We don't just cut it. We make it thinner on the tip too, and that reaches to the hard area in your nails very easily. So for beginner, it's a life-saving. And the second thing, because it's so fine, there will no stretch. on the nail. It doesn't matter what color you do. It's nightmare for beginner nail tech when you do what? Pastel color, right? Give me that. But with that, no. So you can, there is a pastel color right there, the purple or the pink. You can try it on your nail and you'll see how easy it is to polish. So right now I can tell on your hand you didn't get the manicure, you didn't get your nail buffed or anything. Try it. You see that blend in? It's not our old one, it's somebody else.
Oh, this is yours.
That's mine, yes.
Okay, I know that. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like more nicer.
Mọi người ơi, mọi người coi ba màu này ombre rất là đẹp nha mọi người.
So like I said earlier, you can do ombre application with all of the two guys acrylic powder. And now that's what you just saw. The most difficult to blend the color are those solid color like neon or black and white. You can do that with all of our acrylic powder. Because they're so smooth that you can blend it so easy. You see the flow, you see the blending. Can't see it now. You don't want to work on your school. In school you do that. We are gonna lose our jobs. I'm telling you, like the next generation of nail techs are crazy. They do all of those things before they graduated. I didn't know how to do
Làm một màu.
I'm serious. I learned how to do acrylic nail when I was at the nail salon. It took me an hour and 30 minutes to do a basic manicure when I graduated. So you guys are lucky. So shout out to Sue if you see this. You did a good job. He's serious. He's serious.
Okay, the next one, the thumb. He gonna use the number A56, the royal blue one.
So look at this royal blue. It's the color number 56. If you're looking for a good royal blue, this is the one. It's very rare color. You find it very rare. It's very difficult to find this good royal blue. How do you like it? You like it? Usually with just one bead, you go from the midsection. It's like over an inch, right?
Do you guys carry a color black?
Black? Yes, it's number 6.
But does it dry good? Because I've tried other black ones and it's so hard to dry. Like it doesn't.
It doesn't dry. It's not dry, right?
And it get ripple. Yeah, so.
You can try our black.
It will dry quick.
So in the room temperature,
Acrylic.
in room temperature from 72 to 75, it's dry. I mean, it's set. It's not dry. It's set in 7 minutes.
Oh my god. No wonder. I remember. Yeah, because I did a black. I had done a black one, and it took 2
A
days.
lot of them. This is the reason. This is the reason. Lately, you see a lot of brand name come out, but a lot of them they are dip powder, dip only. So the last 10 years, 13 years, when the dip powder methods came out, all of the powder company they make it for dipping. But then later on, you guys picking up these new generation of nail tech, and you go back to the acrylic powder application, right? You sculpt, and they go, oh, I have to make it acrylic.
Right.
And they don't know how to do it, and they don't want to do it. Why? Because more expensive is more work to make a good dipping and sculpting acrylic powder. And then they choose the easy way. What they do, they change the label. They don't change what inside. They change the label, but it's still dip powder. It's still dip powder, but they say dip and dab or whatever, you know. Dab means like sculpting. and they give you the wrong expectation, and then you sculpt it, it's not working. The only way you can make it work is you use it with the MMA monomer, which is illegal. If you use the legal EMA monomer, it's not gonna cure. So that's a problem.
So is your acrylic and gel buy 5 get 1 free?
Yes, today.
How about the glitter?
This one, all of these two guys' product, except beside the powder, the gel, and the lacquer, it will be 10% off. And for this one, you're looking at this one, right? I see some of you buy the individual one. Don't get it, the individual one. Get the bundle like this, because you're gonna use it for an entire year.
They give what?
You get all collection like this. It saves you a lot of money and save you the trip to come here to buy another color just because the customer wants it.
So you have a big set, a collection of it?
You have a
18
bundle?
colors, yes.
Where's that at?
Over there, again.
Mọi người ơi, mọi người coi cái
You have a
clear
collection with the pretty just plain
Nick vừa
colors?
mới bỏ cái
Which one?
clear lên, rất là
Just
trong
regular
nha mọi
colors
người,
without the glitter.
không có bị bọt
The bundle for
và rất là trong,
You can buy the whole collection of 135, 134.
dẻo, không có chảy nữa.
We pack it for you. Crystal clear nha mọi người.
No, I'm gonna get it right here. I want that.
So when you shop for acrylic powder, you're like, oh my god, what color I want to get? You know, some brand they have 400 colors and they look all similar. They have like 20 or 40 red,
Ủa thấy dịu ghê không?
and you're gonna waste your money on that. Our color, we're very, very selective on this. We go by the trend of every year, and these are core color. So you're gonna use all of these, and you're gonna 134 color like this. You're gonna use it all year round. We have spring collection, we have summer collection, we have fall collection, we have winter collection. So these are very, very like high demand color. And if you look, you're not gonna see like similar color. And this is something I'm gonna tell you when you start working on customer and you give them like a bunch of color, like 200, 300 colors, and they look all similar, they can never find the color they want. But if you give them this, they know exactly what they want. It's show different color, different tone, very, very separate from each other, and it's a lot easier for the customer to choose the color. We did the research. Some they don't. So this is the thing. It's not gonna take them half hour just to pick out a color. You see it's how annoying that is when you work on the client. It takes them forever to find the color. Just because you give them so many color and they are similar. Yes. You can ask for the price up there. They're gonna give you really good.
Hai Uyên, khỏe
So
không em?
our individual one is 13. Each jar is 2 ounces. But when you get there, when you get the whole collection, it's a lot better pricing.
How much for the collection? How many colors?
It's 134 color.
134 colors? Oh.
When you get the whole collection, you're supposed to get the colors off like this. So you don't have to make the sample for yourself.
That's great.
And a really nice book. Most of our brands, they make it from paper, and it's gonna rip off, it's gonna get faded, it peels, it get dirty. This one you can clean with alcohol, no problem, and it stay like this. Unless you purposely trying to step on it. And you walk. You see that blended? That clear is crystal clear. That clear is crystal clear. It's number one from two guys. When you're working on clear powder, you have two problems. The first problem, it runs like water. Second problem, it's set immediately and it's have bubble in it, right? This one, you solve both problems. So it's smooth. So he see he just did it. It's very smooth. You can go like one beat to cover the whole nails. It's buttery smooth and will not have bubble in it if you do it right.
I've done encapsulation. I've seen bubbles in there, and it's so irritating.
So why would you use a clear acrylic over like acrylic powders like this?
When you do ombre application, that means you blend color together, right?
Yeah.
And later on, you have to shape. You have to file. And if you don't have anything on top, you're gonna file the blending area too. It's gonna turn into a straight line.
Okay.
So right now we are like one of the nice lady earlier asked, do we have like an academy and things, like nail school? We don't at the moment, but we offer short work like courses,
try
like
yet.
workshop like 2 or 3
Em nói
days,
chuyện như vậy lên
or
được
like advanced techniques. When you school, because when it comes to the nail world, it takes you your entire life just to update everything. So you keep going, you learn something new all the time. So our educator like Andy or like Nick, they offer workshops to share their experience with you in a very, very cheap pricing.
That makes acrylic dry?
Yeah.
The heat gonna speed it up.
How long do you put it in for?
So like I said earlier, for our acrylic in the room temperature is 7 minutes. But if you're really in a hurry,
So how long do you
Because
leave it in?
usually we do 10 finger at the time.
Yeah.
So that's why.
like I have a nail salon, and our nail tech, she can do this length from A to Z in 30 minutes. So her application is like fast, like the speed of light. So because she did it too fast, that's not even giving time to dry. So that's what she does.
So how long
Little
is
bit.
it? Would that like 60 seconds, 30 seconds?
This just to speed it up. You just keep the lights on.
And then he tested and then he
Because he did it just a quick application on top, so it doesn't give it enough time to dry, right? Like I said earlier, our acrylic powder will set in 7 minutes for you to file. And it doesn't matter what thickness, because it's clear, it's not dry.
Hello Thịnh, cảm ơn em.
Mọi người share giùm nha, mọi người share nha. Thank you.
Em qua đây.
Đi, coi rồi, quay video rồi, xong rồi đi vòng.
So you guys follow us on this one, scan it. When he's shaping, just scan that. So that is for the two guys' Instagram page. We go live on every Monday. If we're not at the demo show like this, we go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her and see your phone. Oh, I don't know. Excuse me.
So every Monday night we go live with more like, whatever trendy on that week or the last 2 weeks, or seasonal nail designs, and they're very basic and it's very easy for you to learn. And you can ask the person who do it whatever the question you have in your mind, they're gonna answer you when they do in the live.
Oh, đúng rồi.
And when we on tour like this, when we go demo like this, we go live during the day. If we don't have like a demo show, we do it at 8 p.m. Central Time. But if we go on show like this, we will go live during the day. So follow us and turn on a notification. When we go live, you will get the notification so you won't miss it. But we will keep the live videos so you can watch it later if you're busy. And on that page, you will see a lot of our educators on that, and just follow them too. So you see, it takes him, usually when we work on actual clients, we go a lot faster than this. But when we do live, we do demo like this, we take time, so you guys can keep up with that. But if you look with a good powder, quick application, and then it's already smooth, it's already pretty, you don't have to file too much. And later on, he's gonna show you a new kind of drill bits. That's gonna save you a lot of time too. It's called the conical shape cuticle drill bit. Any of you guys in the chrome, like practice on chrome application?
Yeah.
Chrome nails? How you do it?
With your,
Thank you.
with your
With my what?
with your foil gel with the two guys.
With the foil here? I'm talking about chrome.
Oh no, the chrome.
The chrome?
Oh, the thing.
How you do it?
You apply it to the top coat. That's when you feel it.
Top coat?
Yeah.
You
So
don't have to do that anymore. That's for
we
sure.
have the easy way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check it out here. 1 second. So today we have that on the rack. We have two kind of gel polish. It come in black and white. It's called one step black and one step white gel. Why we call it one step? Because you apply on the nails, you cure for 60 seconds, and you're done. It's no tacky, it's glossy, so you don't need top coat. So that when you do a manicure or when you do just a black gel polish, one thin layer, good coverage, cure, done. A second use for this is you can use this as a chrome base. So for the chrome, we split them in two kinds of chrome. One is the mirror chrome, holographic chrome, right? And the other one, we call them white chrome. They're more a little like unicorn, kind of unicorn look. So you know the Hailey Bieber?
Yeah.
That kind of nails, that's the white chrome. So for the mirror and holographic, we use black, one step black gel. That's a base. For the unicorn, the white chrome, we use the one step white gel as a base. How you gonna do it? You just apply that as thin layer on the nails already filed and buffed and clean, right? You apply one thin layer and we'll show you just one thin layer and it's covered. I didn't reload the brush or anything. There you go. So we do one thin layer. Good coverage, right? And you cure for 60 seconds. And I will show you how I let you touch it too, because when you cure 60 seconds, no tacky layers. And if you the customer just want a plain black or plain white, they're good to go. So it saves you another 5 minutes, right?
Mọi người, giờ anh Nick sẽ sử dụng cái đầu dũa này để mình dũa cuticle ha.
So when we waiting for that one, that's the cuticle conical shape drill bits I just said earlier. You just go high speed. I would say about 15 to 17,000 RPM. You go in that angle around the cuticle. That's when you bring it thinner, and you're good to go. We do not use the fine drill bits to get to the cuticle area because you're gonna have you ever heard the term the ring of fire? That caused by the drill bit. With this one, you don't cause that. And it's a safety bit too. You will not cut your clients with this one. Because it doesn't have the sharp edges around it, so you're not gonna cut.
Yeah, that's why no.
So that is
No
what
top
I
coat
just
needed.
talked about when you
No
here,
bay, no top coat
and if you
needed.
just do plain black, plain white, they're good
You
to
can
go.
touch.
No, no, it's not tacky.
Yeah, no tacky.
And it's shiny. Okay? So when you want to use this as a chrome base,
You need everything.
Yes.
so you remember what I just said earlier, what we use the black with, the chrome. The
See how
mirror
the cuticle
chrome
bit.
I know.
or the holographic chrome. So for example, I'm going to use the mirror,
Yeah.
Mirror.
This is a mirror chrome. So how easy it is, you can use a sponge, but I don't have the sponge. I just use my finger. and just rub it on. And I would recommend you put this after you rub it. You can put it back in the light for 10 seconds, and you cap it with the top coat.
No, not have to care.
That's what I recommend. But if you don't have that kind of time, just dust it off with a brush. Where's my unicorn brush? Yeah, so after you done, you rub it right. You like the result. It's already even. Dust it off. And cap it with everything, everything stuff. That's my top coat. Somebody took it. You did?
So, and I'm not saying.
Em mới thấy
Right
đây.
here.
Oh my. So one little thing when you do the chrome application, when you apply the top coat, make sure that you cover the free edges, because at the end of the day, the chrome is just the powder. So you make sure you cap it well on the side, on the tip, so it will not peel, okay?
Just a regular top coat.
Yeah, gel top coat. It's super glossy. It's super glossy top coat. It's non-wipe, so you don't have to wipe it later with alcohol or acetone. And one thing you're gonna look for when you use gel top coat, about the gloss. It's said to be super glossy, right? It's non-tacky, so you don't have to clean it after. We have time for that. The third thing, because you are going to apply the top coat over what? White gel polish, right? A lot of top coat out there, when you cure it, it's on yellow.
Yeah.
It just stays clear. So whatever the color under, it stays the same. So remember, the brand is 2 guys, but we have 3 here, but there are only 2 guys. Top coat. So we come in matte, we have matte, and we have gloss. And we're talking about the matte top coat, it's velvet matte. So this is what we applied it on. You can pass this around, you can touch the surface. You can feel it. A lot of other company, when you apply their matte on, it look dull. It look like you have oil on it. It look dirty, right? Ours, no. So this has been probably with me over a month. I let thousands of people touch them. It's still not dirty. And you can feel it, right? So that is just 2 guy matte top coat, and again, it's non-white.
Does it last a long time?
No. Our customer, they come because all of our products are tested at the nail salon. We have the nail salon just to test our
Đâu
product.
anh biết nha.
So I know what I'm talking about. It's not I just go to whatever overseas and buy the cheap product and put in this nice bottle and sell it to you guys. I have no idea what that is. I know how they perform. I know how long they last. And I know the quality of our product. So whatever I tell you, you can pick any of these sample box bottles and try it now. So I have the right, I can say whatever, but you can test this. And if it's not what I just said, just yell at me. You know, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Again, I would say our product is developed and tested by nail tech and nail artists. So we know what we're talking about, because when we have the product, we have to let them test for months before we start a mass production and we sell this. So we know what we're talking about.
I'm sorry, is this acrylic or the gel?
That's acrylic.
Acrylic?
Yes.
That's acrylic and gel, the matte top coat. So now I'm gonna do the white one.
Thôi rồi.
All right. So, I make a mess. Just like earlier. You You won't see me again because I'm fired after today.
So I'm gonna use the white chrome
But it was,
with the one step white.
it was colored. Yeah, no,
Just
it
drop
was,
it on.
it was two guys when they did the foil. It was
And
two
it's the
guys.
same thing like the other one. Period.
So this is the white chrome.
So that Hailey Bieber thing
Look like the
is
white
still
pearl.
going on.
Yeah.
So,
The feud. The feud.
so for the white chrome, we sell them individually here, or you can get the whole collection of 4 colors. Yeah, 4 colors.
I
No, I'm
need it.
from Dallas, Texas. He's from
Can I
LA.
see the bottle? Can I see the bottle? You want it? So this is
Con-
one step, the white one.
Cái gì ạ?
Cái chổi.
Wait, it was just this and top coat.
You apply that, you cure for 60 seconds, you rub the chrome on, you dust it up, and you apply top coat.
Oh my god, yeah, take a picture and let me see.
Mình có
What
đây.
chrome did you use?
Cỏ
We
vẽ
have
mình
from the
có
two guys
tổng cộng là
from, we
12
have
loại
them in the
12
pack
loại
of
trong
the
đây.
mirror
Đây mỗi
chrome
cây
for
là nó có 2 đầu.
14 colors, and we have them in the white chrome in 4 colors.
Giờ làm gì design?
Chắc
The
có
white one you choose?
code
White
lên.
one,
Top coat hả?
I missed the label, so I don't know exactly which one that is, but you can test it over there. They have all the samples for different shades for you to test them out.
Ngón cái.
Do you have the sample right now so I could go see it? That one. Could you use those two bases?
Mọi
Nick
người
You Glossy
dạ,
from Two Guy.
cái cost của Two Guy ha, tức là
we
cái
already
bông.
have the chrome here, and we know that it works.
Một bộ đó là 80. Dạ.
The drill bit? The brush?
Và trên cái hộp á, nó có ghi, nó dính ở trong đó luôn nên mình không có sợ nó mất. Với lại là mỗi cái đầu á có ghi cái tên của cái đầu cỏ bên đó luôn, mình không cần phải đi kiếm. Lúc trước cái phải gỡ ra coi là cỏ gì đúng không? Rất là mất công.
Sao? Bỏ trong. Bạn muốn coi matte, the matte top coat.
The bottle or the bottle?
Velvety.
Everything is right here on the rack. That rack.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you take a picture? It's right there. Oh, okay. It's in the rack. I want this.
Chắc anh Nick vẽ một highlight cho mọi người
Yeah.
coi.
So Nick is going to perform some line
They're
work.
shiny.
Ok, anh Nick sẽ sử dụng cái đó để nó vẽ
Some
cái
line
line.
work with the Two Guys liner brush. So just a little fact about our brushes. We sell them individually, and we sell them in a pack like this.
Cần rửa.
And you would ask me which one should you get, right?
Cái đó.
Which one should you get?
All of them?
Này liquid.
Exactly. It's the same thing when you go to the grocery, like for home and kitchen, you don't buy one knife. You ask me which knife I need, right?
All of them.
You need the whole set of knives for different purposes.
But they don't have all of them.
Huh?
I wanted to buy the glitters, but they don't have all of them.
The glitter,
They are.
because whenever we here, everybody just out.
Yesterday we
Everything is
sold
out. You see on the powder rack too, everything's out.
So they gonna be back in stock.
And we're getting
And you know what? Like, if you don't want this to happen again, call them and say you better have everything in stock.
Do we get the discount also? We call them and ask.
If what I see they usually do is you can make the purchase, you pay for it,
Màu
and
gì cũng được
then
hết.
Màu
Trắng đi.
Màu trắng hả?
Vẽ trên này đúng không? Để
Okay, yeah.
that's what we usually do. Yeah. Help me. What you gonna do to help me so you can always get the product like at the show deal? Call them
Call Nick.
and say you better have everything in stock.
So
Okay.
for our gel polish, you can use it for design too. So
Let me see.
So when he's working on it, I'm gonna talk about the gel polish because the consistency is how thick, is how stable it is, and
Vẽ
it's
đơn
not
giản
going to run. A lot of
Bài
gel
này hay
polish you
Yeah.
draw
Yeah.
or you drop it on, it smear out, right?
How about your unicorn brush? Do you have it here?
Dạ.
Yes.
Okay.
Finally, yes.
Yes.
The unicorn brush is so cute.
Yes, it's adorable.
Every time we just
cute.
bring it and we thought, oh, nobody care about it, but then everybody was looking for that one, and yes,
Yes.
yes.
I want to use
So our gel polish is super highly pigmented, so it shows very well on that, and it will not run, it will not smear, which means you don't have to flash cure. That saves you a lot of time too. Because when you work on these and depend on the lamp you have, some customers they're pretty clumsy. After you
The
just
first-
draw it, they
the
stick it
first-
in there, they're gonna mess it up. And when it comes to gel design, they mess it up. You have to erase everything and start all over again, right? This you don't have to. You just wait until you finish everything you do, cure it at once. So it reduces the risk of messing them up, like by how many times you have them flash cure. And it will not smear out, and the line stays crisp, stay thin, stay detailed. The later on in your career, the more details you do. Now you may do something simple, but then later on, when you're up in your level, you're gonna do
Thêm một
more
line á,
skill
để
and
mình tạo
detailed
cái
designs.
đường thôi, rồi mình
And
sơn
that's
cái
how
phần
this
dưới
gel
giống như
very
cái tiếp
important
ở
for
dưới
you
là màu
because
trắng
you
để
don't
mình
have
dắt
to
cái
flash
phê đó.
cure them.
What's the price of your brush? The set.
The whole set is 80, and it comes in 12 heads, and it's designed like this. So it's not gonna fall. And on both sides, it have the indicator, it's labeled, so it tells you which brush. How many times you have to reach into that holder, and you're like, okay, this one maybe it's not. I don't know. You have to open it. It's a waste of time.
Anh Nick đang sử dụng cái cây liner brush của Two Guy ha, để vẽ cái đường line, và mình tô cái phần dưới để mình gắt cái phê đó. Rồi, anh tô cái phần dưới đó thôi. Cái đường anh vừa mới vẽ.
You see, like when you already finished the surface, and then now we do that only one layer. You don't have to go back and do it again because the white's not white. White's supposed to be white. Black's supposed to be black. It's not like it's not too black and you have to do it several times. It's ruin your shape. I want you to test out the black. I believe it's on there. You need to try out the black. The number 6.
I already wiped it off. It's beautiful.
Only one layer, right?
Yeah, it was so pigmented.
The only thing I ask you when you use our gel polish, do not use those gel lamp from Wish or AliExpress
See,
or
được quay qua.
whatever it is.
No, I got a good
Anh Nick vừa mới vẽ cái line work
Gel
á,
polish.
một cái đường line bằng cái gel polish của Two
Cái là
Guy.
gel polish một lớp thôi cơ. Yeah. Mình có thể vẽ luôn.
Rồi, anh Nick
Because
vẽ
our
cái,
products are
cái phê
professional
đó là
products. You do not use a professional material with
cheap.
Yeah. You're like, how do I say this?
DIY tools or equipment.
Oh.
Can you put it inside?
And be careful because all of these products gonna make you buy them. I'm gonna shut my mouth.
I'm getting you.
Muốn vẽ cái màu trắng nó phải mua của Two Guy mới được. Dạ. Cái sơn gel này nó vừa rẻ mà anh chị vừa sơn móng tay khách được đúng không? Không có mất nhiều layer, nó keep được cái shape. Với lại anh chị có thể vẽ luôn.
với lại là tại vì
Yeah.
vì sao mình vẽ được, thứ nhất là nó high pigmented, cái thứ hai là nó không có rút, mình vẽ xong mình để đó nó vẫn nằm ở đó, nó không có rút.
So what did you use on top right now?
So
See?
we're gonna
Nhìn nó không có bị tích,
keep like this.
nó đâu có dày đâu, nó keep được cái shape.
It's called that glitter. It's called the fairy dust.
Fair dust.
Ví dụ như mấy cái gel kia mình phải sơn vài lớp đúng không? Nó rất là dày, nó mất shape nữa, nó không có đẹp. Cái
Remind
này chỉ một
them
lớp
the
thôi.
10%
Yeah.
from there, okay?
Yeah, see?
I'm gonna go to your website anyway because I want
You want which one?
the dropper for the.
Yeah, that's the one about our best-selling products because people use it and then they loved it. They buy more and they tell their friends to buy it too.
Mình vẽ xong rồi mình chưa hơ.
Nè, mọi người coi nè.
Đúng rồi. Hơ xong rồi mình chỉ phủi nó thật là xong.
Very pretty. See?
You can go on the website to order.
Anh Nick sơn một ngón mát cho mọi người coi luôn. Một ngón bóng với một ngón mát á để mình coi được cái màu của nó khi nó lên cái gloss làm sao, cái mát làm sao.
But what I want you to do is switch away from next week and support local business. That's what I love, like local business. Unless they don't want to carry it, that's a different thing. But they willing to carry it, then
Okay, put inside this.
unless you care about me enough because you buy straight from me, then I make more money.
Thôi ngồi đây làm người mẫu luôn đi.
Cái cọ này sau khi mình sử dụng xong
Mọi người nhìn nè.
bỏ vào acetone để
Let,
mình
một cái shiny và một cái matte top coat.
With the liner brush or any kind of like detail artwork, you clean with acetone, clean all the color away, and then put it back in the cap.
One shine and one
Because
matte.
it's long, so you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to bend it.
Giờ tiếp theo.
cái cloth, cái sơn.
So when you clean it with the acetone and it's still wet, you just dip it in it, and all of the brushes are gonna stick together, and that's how you will not mess it up.
With a brush cleaner ink.
You don't have to. That is for acrylic.
How about for the brush? How do we clean that
The,
one?
the brush, that acrylic brush, you just clean it with a clean monomer. That's it. Unless you mess it up.
We're students. We're
You
gonna
all
mess
do
it
it,
up.
right?
We're
I know
gonna
you've been
mess it
there.
up.
So there's such a thing called brush cleaner, and get the good one.
Okay.
Get the good one, don't get the cheap one, and do not use acetone. You can use it. You can use it, but when you use the acetone to clean the product, it's like you shampoo your hair with dollar store shampoo. You know the result, right? Because these brushes very fine, very, very beautiful, clunky. And you want to take care of it just how you take care of your hair. To get a good brush cleaner. And every brush cleaner, they have their instruction how you're going to do it. But never use your fingernail to scrape it. Never use anything hard, wood. I'm talking about you. No nails, no metal, no wood, nothing harsh on this. Okay? When you already dip it in, and depends
Dạ, mọi người
on
coi
what
cái
type
pigment
brush
của cái
cleaner
bột nè.
you use, maybe 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds.
Mình làm
maybe
ba
2
màu hết
minutes.
luôn đó.
But whenever you clean it, you use your skin. But to avoid exposure to chemicals, wear a gloves.
Just wipe it down.
And repeating, and when it dry, it will come to this shape.
Dạ, 4 người xúc lại, ok. Dạ.
This is when it comes to reserve the brush. After you clean it with our monomer,
As you guys see,
you just need to dip
3 color
the brush
ombre.
back into the clean monomer.
How about the pigment and top
Shape it.
coat?
You leave it there, it dry, and it will harden the brush, and it will reserve the shape. Before you use it again,
Xong rồi.
Dạ.
dip it
Xong
back
rồi em.
into the
Cảm ơn em
monomer,
nhiều
and
nhá.
it will soften for you to ready to use it.
Dạ, cảm ơn. Dạ.
Thank you.
Dạ, cảm ơn nhiều.
So
Dạ,
who
cảm
gonna
ơn.
be the next model? Dạ, cảm ơn. Who gonna be the next model?
Next, thank you.
Dạ, cảm ơn.
No, I'm gonna shop.
Ok, bye bye mọi người nha. Tí nữa
Bye
mình
bye
coi
mọi
lại
người.
mình sẽ
You're gonna shop after you know